Time to talk some LSU football here on Mark Rogers TV. We bring in Matt Moscona. You can catch him on ESPN Baton Rouge and New Orleans each and every day. His show is After Further Review. Matt's joined us a couple times with some great discussion on the SEC and LSU in particular. Matt, how you doing today?
I'm great, Mark. Man, football is upon us, and it feels pretty good.
It sure is. LSU fans would like to know that football would quickly be upon Arden Key, but that's not necessarily going to be the case. One of the premier edge rushers in college football, not necessarily ready to hit the practice field yet.
Yeah, so Ed Ogeron said on Thursday night that Arden Key is going to miss at least the first half of fall camp, and they haven't gone so far as to say that he'll play in the opener against BYU. So, Mark, I actually had the chance to talk to Dave Aranda last week, LSU's defensive coordinator, and his quote about Arden Key that struck me was, he changes the math for us. And Dave is a very cerebral guy. He's very understated, very soft-spoken. He's not your typical defensive coordinator when you think of loud, rah-rah, you know, hands in the dirt and jam face mask type guy. But he actually said LSU has two defenses. One without Arden Key, because they don't have another guy that can come off the edge the way Arden can. Not many schools do, quite honestly. So the way that they would try to compensate is with numbers in other spots. So make no mistake, if Arden Key's not there, LSU's defense is drastically different as he recovers from the shoulder surgery. And my guess is if he doesn't play week 1 against BYU, there's no reason to run him out there week 2 against Chattanooga. So you probably wouldn't see him until week 3, the SEC opener on the road at Mississippi State.
That comment's even a little bit more bold, Matt, considering we're talking LSU. So we're not talking about the one pro prospect on the South Alabama defense that if you take him off the field, wow, it's really noticeable. You're talking about him being surrounded by 5, 7, 8 other NFL players, but it's still being that much of a gap.
Well, conceivably, Arden Key could be the number 1 pick in the draft next year, if all shakes out. If he stays healthy and whatever took him away from the program in spring, if whoever's picking first decides that they don't want one of the quarterbacks, be it Darnold or the kid at Wyoming, then I mean he's that type of talent. So there aren't many programs that have multiple Arden Keys, but the other thing to remember about this LSU team in particular is they lose 19 seniors. They lose 8 starters on defense. You're talking about guys off the edge that might not have been household names, but that were really productive throughout their career, guys like Lewis Neal and Tayshawn Bauer. LSU's recruited very well there, Mark. They just got guys that haven't done it yet. So, I mean, I could throw out names. There's Ray Thornton, and there's Andre Anthony and Cy Martin, and there's a 5-star freshman named Clavon Chasnaw that they're fired up about. Could be the next guy, but nobody's done it. Definitively say you're going to rely on whoever Arden's backup is to step in and give you that kind of production. So there's a lot of guys that are tall and long and run fast and jump high and can come off the edge, but being able to prove it you can do it in a conference game in the SEC, nobody's done it other than Arden on this team.